Hi everybody, here's Christian from Teamworkcast.
It is Shepard from Teamworkcast.
And I'm Cthulhu. And we're ready to bust another monster.
Bustin'. Yes, this is our Let's Play of Monster Hunter Generation. And so what kind of monster are we busting today?
We're gonna hunt Glavenus, and the quest is Duel in the Volcanic Hollow. It's from the Eastern Blade Master. I fought Glavenus in a duel, but I was suddenly defeated. To think that such a master of swordplay could exist. You would do well to see it for yourself.
Let's see for ourselves.
Ba-da-da-da.
You know the subquest.
What is subquest?
Break his tail.
I don't think we've cut a tail of his on this.
Is this the
Let's
moment
play,
where we go for it?
I mean, I know what I'm going to do.
Okay,
I'm going
going for that
slicing
booty
shot.
the whole time.
you have my sword.
I got slicing shot, so
Good. This is.
I mean,
this is
let's wait
the
for that
stars
tail
have
to get
aligned.
heated up. You can throw, if I can get my corkscrew up, it does a lot of piercing. It's got like a cutting modifier or something.
So Cthulhu,
yes.
I understand that you are already far ahead to me in the three-body problem trilogy.
Yes, I finished it.
So
I'm done.
So looking back, what were your impressions of this trilogy?
I think, unlike many other trilogies, book one was the peak,
Oh wow!
and the other I understand like the other ones where they went, but like the ending for 2 was just ugh,
Yeah,
and 3 is just it. It was going down a very dark path, and the very end, it kind of pulls another like thing that the second book does, but not really. But it's really weird. Like it's, I mean, it's good to. I still recommend it. It's just that third book for me was really hard because of things going on. Like it's a very depressing book.
oh. Yes, I heard. I haven't even started myself, but I have to say, like the first 2 books are definitely very different from each other,
Yeah.
and that's to me is actually a very positive thing. I like when a series is willing to experiment.
Yeah, and to be honest, like you could almost grab the second book without knowing anything about the first book, and still be fine.
Yeah.
Third book, not so much.
Yeah, the third book is more like a fan service, I heard.
Yeah, it basically takes the premises of the second book and solidifies them and brings them to a conclusion.
Okay, that's good. So for people who have missed previous episodes, Three Body Problem is a series of, well, I guess Three Body Problem itself is a Chinese science fiction book. Mm-hmm. And but it's called like kind of like the Three Body Problem trilogy because there's like 3 other following books: The Dark Forest and what's the third book?
Death's End.
Death's End.
Yeah.
And there are science fiction books about alien invasions, but in a very weird way that you never heard probably of before, and they're very recommendable. Very good.
Yeah, it's it very much deals with like how an invasion by a higher technology would likely really go.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's realistic, but it deals with the uneven technologies that would occur.
Yeah.
In a very, very detailed way. Yeah. Or the uneven technologies that would clash with each other. And also, like something that's amazing is also the time span that it depicts. It's quite unusual.
It's by the end of the second book, it's 500 years?
Yeah, something around like that, yeah.
Now that's some time.
Yeah. It's kind of reminiscent in this way with like Asimov's Foundation series. It was kind of like this.
Yeah. The third book, it expands on that even further.
Oh my gosh. Don't spoil.
Like, yeah. Like, very, very long periods of time will have passed.
Okay. That's good. Man, I'm struggling. What is the best way to hit his tail?
We're going to have to kind of try and immobilize him a little bit.
Okay. Because this is clearly not working. Shepard are setting up a Squatty Potty account for Glavenus here.
I wish.
Oh, I'm riding him!
Perfect. That is a great way to get to the tail. Oh, he's just letting you ride him.
Yeah, he takes his time. Okay.
Oh, that's not what I wanted. This one.
Oh, perfect.
There we go.
Oh, wow, what? That was like no time at all.
Well, clearly been launching a bunch of cutting shots into it.
Tulu,
And,
you're the hero of this.
Yeah, and I got a full corkscrew off, which really does quite a bit
amazing.
of part destruction. The theory is it's been discussed is there's certain special attacks that add different attributes rather than just pure damage. And you know how there's the armor skill like Part Breaker? We're pretty sure, or at least I'm pretty sure, that Corkscrew Jab has that attribute on it, which makes it so you're doing additional damage to stun values of different parts, which would make it easier to break them off.
Okay.
So, did it. Now we just focus on its face, and for an easy
Just beat it down.
Nice, nice.
Da, da, da.
Oh, he's not even mad.
You know what I was thinking about recently, because I'm flying a lot of drones, right?
You sure are. You gonna start getting paid to do that soon by some military?
Nah, that's a different type of drone flying that you do.
But is it really?
Yeah, it is. They're not doing any
Oh, yeah.
sweet loopings and
Which makes it me think you're the better drone pilot.
also I'm like my range is around like half a mile perhaps.
What if it was halfway around the world?
Well, that doesn't scale that well so far.
In an air-conditioned trailer
on.
in the
Get out of the
Nevada
lava.
desert.
Not really into that, Shepard. Not really into that.
Should be the hero we need.
No, but yeah, it's actually just some. I wanted to discuss something that's related, whereas like especially since I watched the Zodiac thing, right? Like the potential here for some kind of weird guy to come up with some kind of crazy plan on how to do crime with those things, it's off the charts.
It's terrifying.
Yeah. Like, there's so much things you could do. Like, you know, allegedly already, like in Afghanistan or like, you know, you know.
They're doing drone attacks, like little drones, not big drones.
Yes, they have like, you know, DJI Phantom, like camera drones, like off-the-shelf camera drones. And they put like grenades underneath, and then they use them to fly them over.
Yeah.
And drop the grenades.
I mean that makes sense. That's something that they would do.
So you know, already this is kind of like becoming a tool
Well, that's
for
the future of
guerrilla
warfare.
terrorism stuff, kind of. Yeah.
No, but the future of war is like drone on drone combat.
Oh no, absolutely, yeah. They will just no longer drop bombs. They will just drop a swarm of tiny little buzzing quadrocopters, each with a tiny explosive on them, and then they will swarm around the place and explode in people's heads.
It's sad.
It's gonna be pretty crazy. But no, what I'm interested in is like, because you know the military can do whatever. Like they can also put like, you know, spy satellites in orbit. That's just so far removed, right? But what I'm interested in is like, you know, the potential to do crazy things as a you know, for individual people. Like again, you know, what can you do with this? Like, how can you do this to do some nefarious stuff? And the potential there is big, I think.
Spooky. Too spooky for me.
Super spooky. You could put like a gun underneath, obviously, but
You're still spooking me.
yeah, but you could. Oh, there's just so much you could do. Nobody could catch you.
Well, it's just surprised that it's not more. I mean, it will be gradually more and more restricted and banned
Yeah.
You know, you got to get your flying in while the getting's good.
Well, but then
like,
of course,
made-
then that will just make it so people won't stop flying those things. They will just continue flying those things, but do it like in an illegal way, you know.
Oh, that's what happened in the DC area. Like for up until like this year or early into last year, you couldn't even fly any personal drones within the entire DC metro area.
Yeah, makes sense.
But people flew them anyways.
Yeah, well,
Christian,
how
like
are we going to stop this?
like I feel like you're going to be like the Banksy of drones.
See, but it doesn't have to be like murder immediately, you know. You can do it like use it differently, and then it gets interesting because there's this guy in I think New York who strapped like a spray can underneath one of those drones, and he's trying to develop a way. Oh wow, that was amazing. He's trying to develop a way of using the drones to do graffiti in unreachable places.
So he is the actual Banksy.
He is the actual Banksy, yeah. But so far, you know, this doesn't work so well. Like the precision is not there. But eventually, like potentially, you can just walk up to a wall, like somewhere, like you know, hundreds of feet in the air, and be like, doop 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 doop, and the drone flies up there and just, you know, dot prints like some kind of crazy tag somewhere, you know. Like already,
I mean, we know they can do stickers acceptably.
Yes, I watched a guy who put a sticker on a window of a high-rise building, which is crazy because you cannot open the windows that high up, so the sticker stays there forever now. It's gonna be great, guys. It's gonna be great.
I'm just spooked.
You shouldn't.
Spooked.
Their drones are your friends. But also then,
I
you
don't
know,
think so. You're saying they could have a grenade.
then I'm thinking, okay, if this is really happening, then they start like developing like tools to combat drones, you know. Like,
Well, they already have a lot of that. Like, I think it's Europe someplace. They have a drone that carries a net to destroy other drones.
they also, like in some other European country, they training eagles
Yep.
to catch drones from the air. And I saw somebody developing an anti-drone gun. You point it at a drone and shoot like electromagnetic waves,
Yeah.
and that fries the electronics of the drone, and it falls down. From the
All
sky.
you have to do is drown out the radio signal, and it'll lose control. Most of them will either just hover and spot or crash.
Yeah. it's bonkers. I love it. It's the future that I've been promised.
Future war.
And so we'll move on to also the future where we'll meet up.
I'm scared.
And we'll be scared about the drone overlords hovering over our heads and trying to cut our faces with the propellers. See you on the next episode. And as always, good luck and good hunt.
Terrible and terrifying.
Don't let the drones eat you.
No.
The last thing you will hear is...
That's true. It will not be a silent death. At the very least, it will be like, yep.
Yep. I'm
Saw that
about to
coming.
die.
But they can move fast, can't they?
They move very fast, yes.
Like, how fast?
Well, over 60...
Maximum speed.
Oh, I don't know. People always ask me this, but it's difficult to measure. Like, certainly for over 60 miles an hour is possible.
Okay, but you can, I mean, that's enough time that, like, you can see that coming.
Well, I don't know if you can see that. You can hear it coming for sure, but they're tiny, you know.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, what if it flies, you know, half a kilometer above your head so you can't really hear it and then it just drops? Just like a silent...
Yeah, like a silent assassin. Well, the propellers have to be always turning, so you always hear it. You cannot fly it silently.
You can't just stop and then it just drops.
Well, but then it's just flying like a rock. Like no, I mean
That's what you want it to do. You just want it to drop on the person's head.
Well, it's not
Perfect
that,
crime. There wasn't even a bomb or anything. It was just
Shepard,
you drop.
you're mentally exactly where I was, where you start like devising those intricate plans. I love it. It's exactly the kind of thing that we need for the future
No, I
drone
don't want
evolution.
that. I don't want that. I don't want to be a part of it.
Ah, yes.
Blocked up by Doritos and Mountain Dew, Squatty Potty takes on the toughest challenges, leaving you feeling empty. Squatty Potty.